Light is Britain's far-right conspiracy theory paper spreading hate and vicious lies. No, that's what the BBC say. The Light is the only national newspaper bringing you the real news and informed opinion on what's really going on today. You can subscribe, order copies, submit articles, and read back issues on our website, thelightpaper.co.uk, and see for yourself why the establishment are so worried about the uncensored truth getting out to people every month. The Light Paper. Not far right, just right so far. thelightpaper.co.uk.
Scene script. Have you ever pondered the idea of financial independence and early retirement? The notion of not having to clock in at 9 or wrestle with the daily grind? Imagine a life where you're not shackled by financial obligations or a demanding job. It's not an impossible dream, but a reality for those who embrace the FIRE movement. That's financial independence, retire early. Consider the tale of Jane, a woman in her early 30s. Jane was an ordinary person living an ordinary life. She had a 9-to-5 job, a mortgage, car payments, and a lifestyle that was comfortable but hardly extravagant. And like most people, she dreamed of a life where she didn't have to worry about money. Jane decided to make a change. She began by cutting back on non-essential expenses, saving as much of her income as possible. She invested wisely, focusing on assets that generated passive income that didn't require her to trade time for money. Slowly but surely, Jane began to build her financial independence. She was still working, but she was no longer living paycheck to paycheck. She had a safety net, a cushion that gave her the freedom to make choices based on what she wanted, not what she needed. Fast forward 10 years, Jane, now in her early 40s, had achieved her goal. She was financially independent. She had enough passive income to cover her living expenses, and she no longer needed to work to survive. She was free to retire early, to spend her time as she pleased. Jane's story may seem extraordinary, but it's not unique. It's the story of anyone who has embraced the principles of the FIRE movement. It's a tale of discipline, of sacrifice, and of a relentless pursuit of financial independence. To summarize, the key points discussed today revolve around the idea of financial independence and early retirement. It requires discipline and sacrifice, cutting back on non-essential expenses and saving as much as possible. It involves investing wisely, focusing on assets that generate passive income. But most importantly, it requires a change in mindset. It's about seeing money not as a means to buy things, but as a tool to buy freedom. It's about understanding the true value of time and the freedom that comes with not having to trade it for money. This is the essence of the FIRE movement. It's not just about retiring early, it's about achieving financial independence, about gaining the freedom to live life on your own terms. Like Jane, you too can embrace the principles of the FIRE movement and embark on a journey towards financial independence and early retirement. After all, the only thing standing between you and your financial freedom is you.
Ever wondered how much you'd need to save to achieve financial independence? The answer lies within the mathematics of a concept known as FIRE, which stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early. The most essential number in your journey to financial independence is calculated by multiplying your annual spend by 25. Notice the emphasis on annual spend, not annual income. This calculation is based on the principle that you need £300 invested for every pound you wish to spend each month in passive income. Hence, your FIRE number is also your monthly spend times 300. This mathematical principle is founded on the 4% safe withdrawal rate, as defined by financial advisor William Bengen. He proposed this rate after analyzing the S&P 500, which typically produces an average of better than 10% growth per year when studied over a period of approximately 30 years. Bengen considered factors such as inflation and market volatility. After studying previous market activity, he concluded that a 4% rate of withdrawal per year would provide for a 30-year sustainable portfolio in the vast majority of cases. So to paint a clearer picture, if your monthly spend is £1,000, then your target for financial independence is 300 times 1,000, or or £300,000. Alternatively, if your annual spend is £12,000, your financial independence target is 25 times 12,000, which also equates to £300,000. The first step in planning your financial independence, therefore, lies in understanding your monthly and yearly expenditure. Without this knowledge, it is impossible to take further strides towards your financial freedom. In summary, the mathematics of FIRE revolves around the principle of multiplying your annual spend by 25 or your monthly spend by 300 based on the 4% safe withdrawal rate. Knowing your monthly and annual spend is crucial in determining the amount you need to save to achieve financial independence. Armed with this knowledge, you can then plan your journey towards financial freedom. Remember, the journey to financial independence is not a sprint, but a marathon. Embrace the mathematics of FIRE and take the first step towards your financial independence today.
Good morning, guys. It is 7:59 on Tuesday the 7th of April, 2026, Easter Tuesday. Sorry, I can hear myself and I shouldn't be able to. Let me just do a quick look at the portfolio before we go any further. Currently, the portfolio worth 31,500. The return on investment down to 26.25%. There are 335 shares in the portfolio with a average purchase price of 74.47, and at close, not sure if it was Thursday or Friday, I think probably Thursday, the market was up very slightly, 1/3%. To 94.05. Those figures are due to reset presently, and yeah, I just need to have a little look at the settings in relation to the microphone. Give me 2 seconds and I will get back on with things just after that. Essentially, it sounds as if there's some sort of a loop back thing going on. I'm not sure why that should be, but let me try this. Okay, 1 2 1 2. That sounds a bit better. I don't think I'm listening to myself anymore. Right, as I say, Easter Tuesday here in Northern Ireland. We have hit the halfway point in this roughly 8-year FIRE journey, or FIRE experiment if you like, and that means that well, it doesn't mean an awful lot other than the fact that we've hit the halfway mark. Before we do anything else, let me just open the notifications. It doesn't look as if there's anything new, but what I can see is that the last investment was a week ago, and that was at a price of 91.25. So things have actually changed significantly since then. Market back up now to £94. Albeit the return on investment is still down a few percent. It had been over 30%, if I remember rightly. It's now down to 26.5. So, before we go any further, let me draw your attention to Monzo.
I want a bank that makes money easy.
That sounds perfectly reasonable.
And you are?
We're a bank called Monzo.
Oh.
I want a bank that shows me what I spend instantly.
No problem, just give us a go. See?
Can you make splitting bills easy?
Super easy, check this out.
But it's a real faff to sign up.
It takes less than 10 minutes.
Race you.
You're on.
Can I talk to a real person 24/7?
Of course.
Even now?
Yep.
Even now?
Anytime.
Can you tell me when I'm running a little low on cash?
We certainly can.
Cool. Can I afford these?
You certainly can't, sorry. Can't afford that either.
That's a real shame.
Not really. Time's up, how'd you get on?
It's a draw.
Can you help me save for my next holiday?
Oh, how about you set up a savings pot in the Monzo app called Barbados, baby?
Thanks for listening, Monzo.
We're all ears.
We can go now.
Rude. You make Monzo Monzo.
Okay, so I've realised what the issue was. Basically, in the new version of OBS, there's the ability to switch on monitoring of an audio source from the audio mixer panel that wasn't there previously, and it's very easy to select that rather than the mute or unmute options, and I think that is where things had gone wrong. But just to mention, there are actually 3 affiliate links in the description for the video this week. As usual, Monzo features, as does Smarty Mobile, and there is a third, which is one that shows up intermittently now and again, and it's actually for Trading 212, which is the platform that we're looking at, and it's the platform that I use for my investing as well. Albeit for the broadcast, I'm using the practice account on Trading 212, just to keep a bit of separation between my own finances and what I'm presenting to the world. Before you would sign up to Trading 212, I just want to issue a warning that I would suggest before you would do that, make sure you've had a look at the different platforms available, and make sure that you are happy with Trading 212 yourself. Whilst it is the one that I use, there are others out there which may or may not better fit your needs. And in addition to that, I would also say that before you would open your own account, please be sure that you know what you're doing, and that you would have been opening an account on Trading 212 anyway. And the reason I say that is, as always, because we're talking about investments, there's always a possibility that you could get back less than you put in, and you need to understand the risks before you would get involved. And the last thing I want to do is to see anybody dive in as a result of an affiliate link and come back to me at some point later in time and say, hey, I lost a lot of money thanks to you and your affiliate link. So please don't do that. But on the other hand, if you would be opening an account anyway, and if you would be opening an account on Trading 212 anyway, then by all means please use the affiliate link. Right, with that said, let's go ahead and do this week's investment. So regular viewers to the channel will know that each week I invest 120 theoretical pounds in the Vanguard S&P 500 exchange traded fund, and at the current market value that's going to buy us roughly 1.27 shares. We will send that through. So as you can see, this is a market buy. The market has opened, and this should, it's gone through pretty quickly. So we bought 1.27 shares at 94.28. If you look at the top right here, I hadn't actually mentioned, but the market has opened and it is up 0.5% today so far. And as you can see, actually there is a very small green candlestick appearing just on the right of the graph. I don't think that was there at the start of the video, so that has registered, if you like, or at least the the rise at the previous close, along with the current position, has generated that little green candlestick. Okay, so we have looked at the notifications. There weren't really any to discuss. We have had a look at where the market is currently. Now, obviously, if you're watching this at the present time, you'll know that the market has been affected by the war against Iran, primarily orchestrated by the United States and Israel, and that has affected markets, I think, globally. Not to mention fuel prices for vehicles. Petrol and diesel are up significantly in price at the pump, and I believe home heating oil has remained high after its initial spike a while back. So, irrespective of the politics of the whole thing, the facts on the ground, if you like, are that everybody is paying a little bit more than they used to have to, and it's due to this American-led conflict, and yes, it has affected portfolios as well. Right. I don't think there is anything else really needing covered at the present time. I mean, I suppose it's worth pointing out that although the stock market has been affected, as I say, although our return on investment is down a few percent, we're still up over a quarter. We're sitting up 26.43% currently. And that's after 4 years. So it's hard to find fault with that, really, I suppose. What more can you say? I mean, the figures here have updated so that the new portfolio value is sitting at 31,700, and there are 336 shares in the portfolio. But yeah, other than that, not much else to report at this present time. So in the meantime, I will wish you a good week, and invite you to join me next week for more. If you particularly enjoyed this episode, why not give it a thumbs up? And if you're interested in following the journey, hit the subscribe button. But other than that, that's it for now. Thank you for watching.
Woke up one morning, saw the world in a new light. No more 9 to 5, I'm living my own fight. I got a plan that's simple, a number game to play. It's the freedom that I'm chasing, I'm walking away. They said it's impossible, just a dream so far, but I've learned to count the cost. Now I'm driving my own car. I don't need a mansion, don't need a fancy name. I got peace of mind and I'm free from the daily grind shame. It's not magic, it's maths, it's a clear-cut path. Building wealth day by day, it's all about the craft. I've got my numbers straight, my future's looking bright. No more working for a paycheck, I'm free to take flight. It's not magic, it's maths, it's the way I live. Financial freedom's waiting, with all that I can give. I cut back on the clutter, I got my spending in check. Investing in my future, no time for regret. The years go by faster, my money's working too. I got a plan that's steady and it's seeing me through. They said I couldn't do it, said it wouldn't last, but I'm retiring early, leaving all that stress in the past. I'm building my empire, brick by brick. The math's all adding up and it's working real quick. choice and it's mine to take. A life of freedom, no more decisions to make.